You know what I love best about this show? Its take on social commentary, especially when it comes to addressing the current issues of today. So I'll always give the writers of Atlanta their due diligence when it comes to approaching these issues, because I don't think any other television show is doing it like them. Now, before I get into this week's episode, something that I had caught on to after several rewatches is right when the title card plays on the screen, I noticed there was an ad. It had multiple black people on it and one white woman, and right in front of her is some grapes, and then there's a black guy with a singular banana in his hand. And when I caught on to this, I was so appalled. Like, I was like, that's not right. Like, I think I was just so shocked after the whole Central 5 jersey that I didn't see it, and I was just trying to take it all in, and I kind of understood where this episode was going to go. So when it came to this episode, I thought the show did a really good job at illustrating how far brands would go to really protect their image, especially if they run a campaign that hits controversial headlines because they wanted to go about inclusiveness the wrong way. So I thought it was quite funny that they really invited Paperboy, among other black public figures, to really defend the brand and apologize on their behalf. Like, oh yeah, we're the least racist people we know. See, we look at everyone on this board. We're really about that. And it really wasn't. And I just thought it was quite hilarious that before that, Earn was asking, oh, where's the whole, financial compensation and all this? And the woman replied that that's not going to happen because that would look fake. Which, again, pretty funny, but it's not really too far-fetched from reality. I'm sure that many times when brands have ran into this similar issue, that they will go out of their way to really prove their innocence, which again, very disingenuous. Because at the end of the day, the only reason why these brands care is because it's a big financial hit, and nobody within that field would want that. So I thought it was fair that even in the end, although Al couldn't get financial compensation, he did finesse them out of 3 years worth of clothing, in addition to some free tailoring. And speaking of Al, something that I thought was interesting, I could be overthinking it, is that when Al was being tailored to and talking to Earn, initially his plan was to take advantage of the opportunity in front of him and just ask for whatever, because at the end of the day, these brands were appeasing him, so anything he would have asked for, they would have given to him. But when he was on the board meeting, he instead took Earn's idea of reinvesting it back into the community and doing more. So where do you stand on that? Personally, I would say he's just listening to his cousin, but as well as his manager. But I'm probably just overthinking it. Now, I'm going to be blunt with y'all. I have a hard time transitioning from one topic to the next. So I'm just going to say in Darius's corner, I thought it was actually very interesting that we are getting more of his character. I'm talking more of his background and how he's from Africa. Like, he seems to have like actual roots in that country. And so it does make up for why he's a very spiritual, or rather intuitive guy. Because I am aware that they are very in sync over there when it comes to that stuff. And by the same token, may also explain why Darius carries the attitudes he has towards America. So overall, I thought it was pretty interesting to see this side of him, despite the demise that we witnessed. I don't know if you caught it, but I'm pretty damn sure we just saw gentrification happen in real time. Like, initially Sharon seemed to have had interest, or she actually convinced me that she had interest in what Jollof rice and everything surrounding was, the whole cultural aspect of it. Like, at the restaurant, it was very clear that over time that it was like there was clearly other intentions that she had in mind, and I got the sense that she craved or yearned for that same sense of community that Darius had with the server when they were like discussing like where was his origins and whatnot. And so maybe she thought, oh, the one way I could get the same thing going for myself is to just outright push the person out of the business and take it for myself. And unfortunately, that does happen in the real world. Hate to see it. Now, Earn, I could have swore he was in, fellas. I don't know how to feel, because thanks to that whole Karen altercation, I thought maybe things were looking up for them, but Earn woke up beside no one. I'm confused. I'm very much confused. I have no thoughts in regards to any of that. It's confusing stuff. So again, it seems like Earn still has a long way to go, and maybe this does signify some progress, but I'm honestly not too sure anymore. But that's all I really wanted to say for this episode of Atlanta. I suppose the one thing I didn't dive into was Al's ad being repackaged and turned into another campaign for the means of profit, which again circles back to the whole idea that brands are very disingenuous. It really defeated the purpose of everything in the beginning, and that's how they'll always operate. Whatever will give them the most profit, even if that means resorting to forceful diversity ads, so be it, man. I don't think that infrastructure will ever change. But anyways, I think I digress too much. See you guys next week, but also keep an open mind for the next episode. I've seen a preview and it does not feature our main cast, so if you're not open to that idea, hey man, you wait till the following week, I guess, right? Ain't no way this man was black. That's a quadroon at best.